just flew through Harvey's. Well, watch him here at turnout. Let's look at that once more in slow motion to see some real race driving. Meanwhile, the number 200 boat has run into some bad water downstream, and they have dropped back all the way to last place. That allowed number 238 to move up, and here comes number 222, really putting the coals to it. Well, there's going to be no way that Barry can match his Class B2 win of last year. Let's see if we can tell how the crash occurred. It seems like it just got too far over to one side, and away it goes up on the beach. But he's a good sport. Let's hear what he had to say about this sport earlier in the pits.
Not all of us can be Muhammad Ali and win a world championship in a ring, so some of us have to try and do it with something automotive. We're not all Pernell Jones, but on a river, when Mother Nature's against us, we're all equal.
Let's move up now to our camera 3 position, where we pick up the leader, number 394, still running strong, and everybody's still pretty much in the same position. Of course, this is a timed event, so if you just can hold on to your spot, you should do quite well. But if you drop back or get past, it's a good indication that your times are going to be way off. .350. .305. And .307 in that order now. The number 377 boat, the Dark Horse out of Meridian, has run into some problems and is being passed by number 333. Also, number 351 has dropped back at least a couple of spots, and he may be having some problems. Our 200 series are running in the same lineup, other than the fact that 222 is sitting the rest of today's run out on the rocks at turnout. We'll be right back in a minute for the restart and the rundown.
Now you can go places and do things that with a conventional prop drive you just didn't dare. The fantastic world of jet boating can now be yours with a Hamilton jet-powered boat. With no exposed propeller or rudder, you have complete safety around skiers, while you can skim through shallows without risk of damage. The Hamilton thrust drive gives immediate fingertip response for an exciting ride. Either fishing, hunting, or just cruising around, Hamilton means more fun for all the family. Hamilton, the best way to move on water.
Mr. B says it's Blacker's annual Dog Day sale, and that means out it goes at savings up to 60%. All scratched, dented, or damaged furniture and appliances, plus merchandise in stock over 6 months, including famous RCA electronic products. Appliances, sofas, carpet, hundreds of items included in Blacker's Dog Day sale. Blackers Complete Home Furnishings, Caldwell and Ontario, now with savings as high as 60%. Starline Equipment is people, Boise people, taxpayers, homebuyers, family people, using local facilities, sending children to local schools, and helping to support this community. And Starline Equipment people are ready to help. If you need to dig a trench, maintain or build a road, construct a building, or anything in between, Starline Equipment people have the machine power to get the job done. Starline Equipment Company, 900 Boeing Street, Boise Industrial Park.
Summer fun begins at Bob Rice Country with America's family four-wheeler, the Bronco 2. Power steering, disc brakes, and locking front hubs are all standard on the Bronco 2. And right now, during our summer fun sale, you get a special low 12% APR interest rate on any new Bronco 2. With Idaho's largest inventory to choose from, imagine you with a new Bronco 2. During Bob Rice's summer fun sale, where Main Street ends, summer fun begins at Bob Rice Country.
At the restart from Banks, the first off the line is boat number 307. Then off is number 350. After that, boat number 394 takes off. .305 gives it some gas. And boat number 361 is off and running. Now remember, that 361 boat is the one with the blower, and it's an all fiberglass boat. There's number 333. And here comes number 238. However, boat number 238 seems to have a little bit of motor trouble right now. There goes 266 by, and the red 200 boat has gone by as well. Everyone now is heading downstream, and we're going to take to the water with the rafts, which now are in and around the 238 boat. Number 351 isn't even making the rundown. He was having some problems just before a roller coaster on the way up, so he's out of it. Here in Turnout, the strong runners are having no real trouble at all. 307 goes through easily. Number 350 through like a whiz, followed by 394. .305 makes it through the rapids. Number 361 goes through Turnout. But 337 right now and 333 have changed positions. 333 making up some time. The 200 series come on through without any real confusion, except the fact that number 238 is still having some problems with their motor and is among the rafts. At Harvey's, meanwhile, the boats are just about to get out of the hard water and down to the flat water. They'll take it out all the way to the finish line. Number 350, who was second in turnout, is no longer with us. Instead, it's number 294. Then it's number 305. Here comes number 361 with that blower engine, and there he goes. Well, once more, let's take a look at this in slow motion to see just exactly what happened. Apparently, it just gets too high and skids off to one side. With the caution flag out, here comes number 337, who has pulled ahead of number 333, and they're really dueling it out today. It looks like number 361 is going to get back into the race. Here comes boat number 200, however. And number 238 looks like that they have picked up some nose damage. However, they are ahead of the rafts who are coming through now. Back down here on the flats at Horseshoe Bend, everyone is really starting to open up. Still in the lead and pulling strong is number 307 from Red Deer, Alberta. Then comes boat number 394, followed by 305. Here comes boat number 337. .333 doing a job getting through. And look at number 361. It's up and running once more and seems to be running quite strong. But it looks like they may have some trouble steering. They're awfully wide in that turn. Then there's number 266.
Okay.
Here comes boat number 200. Meanwhile, boat number 238 is still rolling, and here come the rafts. That's the way they finished day one. We'll be back to talk to some of the drivers, especially Melvin Champlin and number 361, to see how they feel about tomorrow.
Now you can go places and do fingertip control and instant response at any speed, even with the largest, heaviest boats. Now, just like an airplane, you can adjust the trim up or down. Hamilton, the best way to move on water.
16 boat is the obsession of Steve Rambo from Boise. The number 350 boat is driven by Bob Bradley out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The Outlaws, the number 351 boat of Rob Chernick. And here's the number 222 boat of Barry Doherty, the Mr. Quickcraft. Remember, it ended up on the rocks at turnout. And the number 361 boat of Melvin Champlin, the River Rat, piled up at Harvey's yesterday, but managed to make it home. We talked to the River Rat team to see just exactly what happened.
And how fast are you going to go tomorrow?
Well, coming back, I hope as fast as we did coming down. Going up, we didn't push it. We wanted to see. The hull is really designed to come down. It doesn't have enough V to cut the water when we're going up, so we got to be really careful when we're going up. But coming down, it rides on top of the wakes and rides us, yeah. Don't even feel it, as long as you're going the straight direction.
I had a plate out here to hold it, what saved from tearing my pump up, and it ripped the plate out. My grandson there will probably, Christopher, go get the plate and show him what it is. It saved my pump, because when I went out of the boat, I lost control, and...
So you're reglassing this?
Yeah, we were glassing the holes that come out.
Oh, I see.
It spun up and this just bent over.
Just slammed it. Slammed it and busted it right off.
We had a situation where we didn't know how we were going to get this fixed, and the local townsman told us, well, there's a farmer, I believe he said a farmer, and my mother went ahead and drove it into town and took it into him. I guess he was working out in the middle of the field, and he ran in and fixed it just like that for us and brought it back.
That looks like a Heliarc on it.
Yeah, it's been Heliarc'd, and he did a pretty good job on it. I'm really, it was cracked all the way around.
So you drove all the way down river with this crack ready to fall apart.
We had a hard time steering because the hit.
And what position did you come in?
Well, I think we're in fifth.
So everyone seems to be optimistic about Sunday, and the race will be bigger as the Class Cs join in. You know, last night they felt it was all going to work today, but there must have been more damage than expected to the steering of the number 361 boat, the River Rat, so it is out of the running. We would like to mention thanks to John Dubois of U-Haul for fixing our Channel 6 television crew up with this motor home. It really made our life a lot easier. Having all the comfort of home on the road made it really nice. It seemed that everyone we talked to felt that they were going to win today, so let's find out. The boats are all in readiness for the starters lineup. The number 307, it's the El Coyote boat with its 460 cubic inch Ford engine, is the first off the line. It's followed by the Riddler of Lewiston, Idaho. Now these boats start in 1-minute intervals, so while one has made the turn at the downstream, another is starting to come up on the plane. So let's move now upstream just a bit and see how they seem to fly wide open on the smooth water. To give you an idea of the speed we're talking about, let's follow along someone on the course. Here's the number 377 boat. It's the Dark Horse boat of Dennis Creek from Meridian. It has a 454 engine, and that boat right now is running at about 65 to 70 miles per hour. When they come out of these trees, they are at Horseshoe Bend and ready to start up the white water. Here at Harvey's, the lineup hasn't changed much. It's still number 307, El Coyote, in the lead. .394 is up next. Then it's the 305 boat coming through Harvey's. Here's the 333 boat. Number 337 is right behind. Here's the number 316 boat. You got to remember that yesterday they didn't even make it this far. Here's the number 377. And here's the number 238 boat. Right now, they seem to be running okay after going dead in the water for a while at the top yesterday. Here comes the number 200 boat. And here comes the number 266 boat. And here comes the Mr. Quickcraft, number 222. Now, can you believe that jump? This boat was the one that went aground on Saturday at Turnout, but look at him fly right now. Well, that's the last of the big boats, so here come the Class Cs. The number 161 boat is Harvey McClintock of Boise. John Weens of Payette is in the number 180 boat. The 140 boat is out of Oregon, driven by Steve Holford. The number 160 boat has the ominous name The Kitten, and it's owned and driven by Larry and Faye George. The number 141 boat is called the McCrazy, and it's driven by Tom McCrae out of Washington. Roger Deo of Lewiston, Idaho is in the number 121 boat. Dwayne Ellis of Eagle, Idaho comes in the number 143 boat next. J.D. Henson out of Washington is in the number 124 boat. Here comes the number 123 boat. It's called the Violator, and it's driven by Harry Geis out of Boise. Charles Norris of Emmett is in the number 100 boat. The number 142 boat is next up, then Woodrow Hassinger is the driver. The number 120 boat comes all the way to the Payette River from Sun Valley. It's driven by Phil Otley. Bernie Duckworth of Washington is in the number 125 boat. The number 126 boat is piloted by Gene Ralston out of Meridian. The number 144 boat is next through. Here comes the number 122 boat. It's called the Thumper, and as these boats go through these rapids, they do thump a lot, don't they? Here comes the number 127 boat, and this is the one running with an outboard jet driver. In fact, it's the only one that we have in this race. And finally, the number 101 boat. Well, they all make it through, so let's move on now to some flat water through Gardena onto our next camera position at the Turnout Rapids. By the time they get here, our leaders look just the same. The number 307 boat heading the pace. Comes number 394. Number 305 is next. Here comes number 333. Number 337 comes through Turnout with no problem. Here's number 316. Right behind 316 is number 377. Here comes the 238 boat. Number 200 coming through. Here comes the number 266 boat. Now, something has happened to the 222 boat. That's the Mr. Quickcraft, which isn't surprising because they were the ones that went aground yesterday, having a little problem this weekend on the Payette River. Meanwhile, the only real change that we can see so far as the Class C boats come through at Turnout is that 140 has either dropped a couple of spots or 160 and 141 have picked up the pace somewhat. Also, the number 124 boat and the number 143 boat have changed places. The 101 boat, however, seems to have dropped out of the race, the Payette River winning one there. We'll be back in a moment to see how they line up at the top and to see who is or isn't there for the final run right after this timeout.
Now there's a choice in the land. Now there's hard ice cream at Dairy Queen. Your favorite flavors, your favorite toppings. New hard ice cream in cones, sundaes, and other treats. Now there's Queen's Choice ice cream in the land. The choice is yours at your Dairy Queen store.
In the land of Dairy Queen, we treat you right.
Now you can go places and do things that with a conventional prop drive you just didn't dare. The fantastic world of jet boating can now be yours with a Hamilton jet-powered boat. With no exposed propeller or rudder, you have complete safety around skiers, while you can skim through shallows without risk of damage. The Hamilton thrust drive gives immediate fingertip response for an exciting ride. Whether fishing, hunting, or just cruising around, Hamilton means more fun for all the family. Hamilton, the best way to move on water.
What famous sex symbol, soap star, will be traveling north to make a special appearance in a popular Idaho city? Is it for a secret rendezvous with the talented news anchor from the Community Involved station? Or is it to meet with a dynamic news reporter? And what prestigious hospital will benefit from all this? What is Tristan Rogers, alias Robert Scorpio, going to do in Boise anyway? Find out the answers to these and many more questions on Saturday and Sunday, June 2nd and 3rd on the Children's Miracle Network Telethon, only on KIVI Channel 6.
One glass of milk has enough calcium and vitamins to help the average person through an ordinary day.
But who has ordinary days?
Milk's got more of what you need to help you through the day. Milk helps keep you going when things don't go your way.
Have an extra glass of milk. It gives you more of what you need to keep up with your day. And everyone in it.
Have more milk, 'cause milk's got more.
Our tally sheet here at the top side, start-finish line, is as follows for those out. 316 from Boise didn't make it all the way. Also out are number 222 and number 266. 22A B2 class from Alberta, and the 266 AB1 class from Grangeville, Idaho. Number 101 is out, and we can't seem to find the number 121 boat. We will talk to some of the drivers to see just how bad the 2 days have been.
Well, yesterday I took the right side going up, and I saw a boat going right by me like there was no rapids at all. So I says, well, tomorrow I'll take the other side. Wrong deal today. I should have taken the side I had yesterday. I almost sunk the boat, and got over the shore, got the bilge posts on buckets, and she fired up, and we went up the right side. We finally got up here, and now we're nice and warm.
What'd you do your hand? How much new?
Jammed my thumb yesterday.
Oh, coming up yesterday?
Got thrown out of the boat. One of the passengers got thrown out of the boat. I got smashed into the side of it.
Oh. On which rapid?
I don't know. It happened so fast, none of us knew.
Just boom?
Just like that. It was all over with.
You made it 2 days in a row, huh?
Almost. We're popping a bit.
Are you?
We got water in the oil.
Still? I thought you had that corrected
We
Friday
did yesterday.
night.
We're great. But today, I don't know. It's back in. We're going to dump it out and pin her home. To heck with it.
Well, I was watching you come through some of the rapids.
We're only running about 3,000 RPM. We should be running 55. Yeah. We're trying to save it now. You know, you come this far, you don't...
You're going to coast home?
Yeah, we're just going to get the paddles in a big pail and go home, you know. And when we get just before the finish line, you got to go over in your own power, you see. You just fire it up and go, boom. Thank you.
The current water flow here is around 9,000 cubic feet per second. So, to get a clean start, you'll notice that the boats must first hang in the water while the co-driver watches the flag. There goes number 333. Number 307 and number 394 have already left. And when the flag is dropped, they spin around and nail it for the downriver run. Number 305 is off and running. The Dark Horse out of Meridian, the number 377 boat is off. Now, here goes number 200. Then the 238 boat takes off. They said they weren't going to go flat out, but who knows? The rafts in Class D are also getting ready, and they'll be off in a moment, right after the C Stock 3 class.
And
This takes a lot of weight. You know,
Is this part of the sport? I mean, you got to do this before you go down the river.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's move on now to the big rapids at Turnout to see how the Unlimiteds are faring. Still running strong is that 394 boat from Lewiston, Idaho. Then the 307, who was in the lead all the way up on Saturday. Remember, though, these positions are just places. The race is actually against the clock. Here comes number 305, and they did a full run yesterday, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 43 seconds. This comes out to an average speed of 58.61 miles per hour. That versus the Riddler, who in 394 turned in an average of 64.2 miles an hour. The number 333 is still running strong, as is the number 200 boat. And 238 is keeping up the pace, even with a motor that seems to be going fast. Then the number 337 boat. Now, here come the sea boats and the rafts. That means that the 377 boat has been added to the list of those out of the race. We have placed one of our cameras that we had up the river at Banks on one of the chase boats, so now you can get a better idea of some of the water that the rafts go through and how these South Africans take to the Payette River. Let's pick up some of that action now and some of the parts of the river that we haven't seen as of yet.
One down, one to go, another town, one more show. Downtown, you give me away, but you never came back. No phone to take your place, you know what I mean. We have the same intrigue as the Carter King.
They don't have this flow in their own country, so this is indeed a real challenge for them, and surely must be part of the draw that brings them so far to run the waters of the Payette for 2 days. Here we are at the final rapids, Henry's, and then the run to the finish line. How many have made it so far? The 394 boat, the 307, 333, well, there is a change with 333 from Boise pulling ahead, though, of 305. And now the 200 boat comes into view. What's this? Here it is, the number 222 boat. That's the Mr. Quickraft. Now they have been out as far as we can tell from the time that they passed here on the way up. We know that they weren't at the top, but all of a sudden they reappear, and it looks like a spot that would be correct for their class. Talk about your Flying Dutchman. Now, here comes the number 238 boat, and they are really trying to run it. If they can just get across the line, they're going to win their class. Here comes Steve Hall on the number 337 boat. They have been moved back into the downstart due to some rough water on the way up, or as he mentioned to us up top, his incorrect reading of the river. Now, here come the C class. Number 123 has slipped ahead of number 161. Other than that, it really looks like there have been no big changes in the Class C's as far as position is concerned. As to the condition of the boats, hey, just look at number 127. Let's see that one more time in slow motion. They have really smashed into a rock somewhere. I thought we saw some damage at the other rapids, but this really looks bad. U.S. entry coming through in second place.
There you go, go car, go bar, go drive in the snow. Look down, we're digging it out, better lay your claim. Get home, you're not alone, don't just throw out on the favorite song. Leave there, show your face on another dreamy day.
So now it's on to the pits and the excitement of who won, who made it, and who didn't have any fun these last 2 days.
Now you can go places and do things that with a conventional prop drive you just didn't dare. The exciting world of jet boating can now be yours with a Hamilton thrust drive. Hamilton's high-flow system gives maximum thrust for instant acceleration and greater fuel economy. And with many different models to choose from, Hamilton will match engines from 50 to unlimited horsepower. The balanced single deflector system provides fingertip control and instant response at any speed, even with the largest, heaviest boats. Now, just like an airplane, you can adjust the trim up or down. Hamilton, the best way to move on water.
Last year, for the second year running, every Saab sent to America sold out. Once again, there weren't enough Saabs to go around. Once again, Saab dealers had to turn away customers. So this year, reserve your Saab early. History has a way of repeating itself.
The Saab factory rep will be at State Street June 8th and 9th for the grand opening.
Now what do they want?
Well, there is a great thirst in the land.
Oh, come now. There is plenty to drink. Perhaps they would like some scrumptious swine soup, eh? Let them drink a cola! Peasants can be such a pain in the neck, huh?
Tonight, meet 7-year-old Brooke Shire, who lost a leg due to cancer, and how St. Luke's helps her cope. A special report tonight at 10 on Newswatch 6.
30 minutes of Nightline with Ted Koppel. Exciting, enlightening, bringing people together who are worlds apart.
We talk live to the people who make the news today so you can talk about it tomorrow.
The best piece of daily television journalism around. ABC News Nightline, weeknights.
The final standings for this 2-day U.S. Championship puts the number 394 boat of Doug Riddle from Lewiston, Idaho in first place with a combined time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 10 seconds. That's an average speed of 65.27 miles per hour up and down the Payette River. Number 305, Marvin Ham from Silver Lake, Alberta, is second in 2 hours, 15 minutes, 11 seconds. His average speed, 59.94 miles per hour. It may be second, but it is still moving. And in third place is the number 333 boat of Wendell Holton out of Boise, Idaho, with a speed of 53.28 miles per hour. In the Class B competition, the number 200 boat of Wiley Pole of Santa Ana, California, came in 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 52 seconds. The B2 winner was number 238, John McClanahan of Edmonton, Alberta, who averaged 47.29 miles per hour. And for the Class C, it was J.D. Henson in first, followed by Larry George in second, and Harry McClintock was in third place. Well, that just about wraps it up for this year's running of the United States Championship Jet Boat Races here on the Payette River. We hope that you have enjoyed it as much as we have bringing it to you. This July, by the way, look forward to our coverage of the Ore-Ida Championship Bike Race from Boise to Sun Valley. This program has been brought to you by Hamilton Jet Drives, the best way to move on water.
His memory